Math 7 students, we are here to learn how to, or review, how to find the area of a composite figure. That's just polygons put together, or other shapes put together. And what we have to do is find the area of each shape. Well, I can easily see a triangle right here. So I see that this triangle has a base of 3 and a height of 1.5. I have to split this other shape up into pieces though. I see a rectangle, but this is tilted. This is actually a trapezoid. And there is a formula for that if you want to look it up or remember it. But right now we know for sure how to find the area of a rectangle and how to find the area of a triangle. So if I split this up, I get a rectangle, assuming that this is vertical. I have an 8.5 rectangle by a 3 rectangle. And then last I have this triangle, but there's no measurements. Oh no, what do I do? Well, this is a rectangle, first of all. The bottom, 8.5, is the same as the top from here to here. That's not 10.5 at the top of that. 10.5 is the whole distance. So I really have a height of 3 for this rectangle. Therefore, this is going to be 3. So I can label that 3. That's going to be 3 centimeters. And then we need this length when we're finding the length of the area of a triangle, because we need the base and we need the height. We have the height of this triangle. We need the base. If you have an idea of how we can figure that out, go ahead and say it out loud or call a friend and let them know. But I can tell you right now that the difference of these two lines is the length of that. If this is 8.5, what does this have to equal for this whole thing to be 10.5? Well, I can just figure that out by doing 10.5 minus 8.5, and that is 2. So I know that the base of that triangle is 2. So I know that I have 3 shapes in this figure, and if I find the area of all of them and then add it all up, there's the whole area. So the first triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height, 1/2 times 3 times the height, which is 1.5. The rectangle is 8.5 times 3. I just put those parentheses in there because when I have decimals and the dot for multiplication at the same time, it's a little confusing. And the very last triangle that I had to find the dimensions for, I had to figure it out myself. That's 1/2 times the base, we'll call it 2, and the height, we'll call it 3. So now I find the area of all of this stuff, and I add it up. 1/2 times 3. Then multiply that times 1.5, you should get 2.25. And this is centimeters. This is square centimeters we're working with when we're finding the area. 8.5 times 3, I think it's 25.5, but I'm going to use my calculator to double check. And then 1/2 times 2 is 1. Times 3 is 3. So now we have 3 areas. We're just going to add them together. 25.5 plus 3 plus 2.25 equals 30.75. I'm going to write it over here. So the entire area equals 30.75 centimeters squared, or square centimeters. You heard it here first, folks, or maybe you heard it last year from your 6th grade teacher, I don't know. Just keep this in mind. If you're given the measurements that you need, the length, the width, the base, the height, simply find the areas and add them all up. If you're not given a length that you need, then you need to somehow figure out what that length is by possibly just looking at opposite sides of shapes Maybe you have to add some sides together. Maybe you have to subtract two sides like I did here. Have fun with those practice problems, folks.